Hello everybody, and welcome into Emily's Upcycled Home. I hope you guys are having a beautiful Thursday. Come on in and let's go ahead and get a project going on today. I'm doing good, you guys. I've done all my lives so far, so I'm hoping we keep that going. Good morning, Cheryl. I don't know what I'm sharing to. All right. How are you this morning? Good to see you. I'll go ahead and let people hop in, and I'm gonna do a can. So let's see. Misty Flory, welcome in. Good morning, Lynn. You guys can do me a favor, go ahead and share out my live. That would be amazing. Let me see if I can go ahead and tag a few people here. And then we'll go ahead and get started. Make sure this is off. Don't want to hear my side, my voice. Oh, goodness. So I'm hoping to get some thrifting in today, you guys. After my live, I have some packages to send out that people, whoever paid their invoices, your package will go out today. Everybody else who's ordered, your invoices will go out when you pay. And you guys, we hit our 5K mark. And I know it's been a while to get there, stopping and starting and resting and doing all my things. But, you know, I am going to be getting a giveaway. I should have changed the paper. A giveaway going pretty soon. I haven't decided what I'm going to give away. So if you guys are got some ideas for me. One of the thing is I can give away an IOD transfer book. That would be always fun. So I might go that route because most of you guys are crafters and everything, but we'll see. Thanks for sprinkling, Cheryl. All right, you guys. So I have a can today. We are going to be using this homegrown label that I created, and it is on our laser print paper that we're going to go ahead and iron on. And then we are not going to be painting. We are going to be using some muslin. And I also got my little bit of coffee grunge and stuff out just in case we want to grubby it up even more. And then we're just going to use some Mod Podge to put everything. And I just let this set outside out here, and it got this little cover on it. So we're just going to use whatever's left in there. It might be a simple craft, you guys, but I think it might be cute. Don't forget to grab your Dollar Tree carrots. And then you want to pick out a greenery that you like to make them a little bit better looking than the little pieces here. So we're going to bust out with this greenery as well. And let me just go ahead and wipe down my can. And we can go ahead and get started. Good morning, Lynn. Hello, Lori, Resiliently Crafting. Thanks for coming in, my gal. Let me see. Good morning, kitty girl. Hugs to everybody. You guys, I don't know. I gotta get one of those new doohickeys because I got a mess over here, or else I would use my regular one. So you guys know. You guys know the thing. Alrighty, you guys. So this is our can, Mod Podge. Let's get a thing here. And we are just going to go ahead and Mod Podge over our can and then come in with our coffee stained muslin. And we're probably going to come in and grubby it up even more. But we're going to add this on our can. I'm going to go ahead and cut the strip to where it needs to be. Go ahead and cut this piece off too. It's a little crinkly. So what is everybody up to this morning? Hello, Robin. How are you? Hello, Patty. Welcome in. Thanks for you guys for joining me today. I'm just going to start this. And this is just regular Mod Podge. And I am going to put it on thick and maneuver this as I go. And then I'll go ahead and do it on the top of the piece as well, so that it all sticks. You almost want to dip it into your Mod Podge like a, you know what that word I'm looking for? Paper, almost like a paper mache. You know how you dip it in there? You want a lot of Mod Podge over your can. Exclude my hair that's falling out. And you want to get into those ridges as well. And then we're going to keep doing that until we get all around the piece. And you guys know what we're making. We're making one of those little carrot tins. I think those are cute, and I don't think I've ever made one before. And I just want to say I've made one before. Okay, let me go ahead and trim this. So we don't need it. We don't need the rest of it. Hopefully I trimmed it good. Thank you. So yeah, I'm probably gonna go thrifting, you guys. I gotta get another setup going over here. Don't forget, I'm gonna have my live sale. I did a little pop-up the other day, but I am gonna have a live sale coming up March 10th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So make sure you guys mark your calendars for that. I'm just gonna cake this baby up. All the Mod Podge. You guys see my... And I'm gonna get in here too because there's a little like ridge. I don't know if you guys eat Progresso soup, but they got that little ridge going on. I don't want anybody to cut themselves on it. The chicken noodle, that's the good one. I like that one. I'm going to go ahead and give this a dry, and then we'll come in and sprinkle. Just be careful when you're touching it because it gets really sticky. I don't want it too dark. I kind of want it a little faded, but I want to come in with the top a little darker. So we're probably going to come in with some little coffee pieces. And you guys don't forget, today Andrea is also having her sale. So I think hers at 1 Eastern time. So she's probably getting ready for that. So make sure you stay tuned for that coming up. Don't want to miss her goodies. Just going around that inside of that can. Okay. Go ahead and give this another dry. Getting stuck to the paper, you guys. And while I'm still kind of sticky and tacky, I'm going to come in with a little bit of our coffee. Hello, boom. Our little coffee kernels. Let's just put some in here. It's just easier for my hand. And I want to just dab some of that on the top, because while this is sticky. I don't want the whole thing covered like that, so we're just going to kind of rub it in. So it kind of gives you a little bit like of an ombre effect, like it's getting dingier at the top. I'm just going to rub that in. While everything is still kind of tacky and sticky. I don't think I had my coffee this morning, you guys. It smells really good. We're using it like a rub, almost like you're rubbing on your steak. I like that look. What do you guys think? Then I want to come in from the bottom up, because I do want some of it to be a little lighter, some a little darker. So right now my thing is a little tacky. It's not fully dry. So that's why the kernels, or these, what are they called? Coffee is rubbing into there. And I'll just go ahead and blend that. So that's what we got there. And I like the little ombre, kind of like some's darker, some's lighter. Thank you guys for the hearts. So that's going to be our little dish here. You can even come in with some more Mod Podge, and I think we're going to go ahead and do that. Just to seal all that coffee in there. And then I'll go over making sure I'm just going to get that bottom. You guys can even use different kind of fabrics too, if you guys have it. Ooh, look at that right there. And then we're gonna go ahead and add heat. And as Andrea says, that's where the magic happens. All right, let's go ahead and add some heat. Coffee grunge. Well, I guess we kind of made the coffee grunge on the side. Okay, I'll go ahead and get some of this tackiness off my hands. Who is coming in? Hello, Denise. Hello, Vintage Flair with Julie. How are you, Julie? Welcome in. Guys, I got a hot mess. I got a mess on my hands. Guys, I apologize. I gotta change it to the other piece. So there we go. It's almost kind of how you do a fake bake. You got a little variation going on in there. All right, let's go ahead and put this up. Now we have this little label here. It's on a sublimation piece of paper. It just says homegrown. I'm gonna go ahead and trim that. Let me get my little iron going here. And if you guys would see this big old pile of stuff, goodness. I know I'm not alone, so I'm not gonna worry about it. We're just gonna keep moving and grooving. Welcome in, everybody I'm missing. Hope you guys are all having a beautiful morning, or what time it is. How is everybody's weather doing? What are we dealing with everywhere? I think our sun's gonna be out, you guys. Hello, Donna. Hello, Carol. How are you guys? Okay, so let me go ahead and, this is kind of messy. My little tool is getting heated. Got my paper there. I'm just going to go ahead and trim this up even further. Now these images, they're free to download on my page. I'll go ahead and pin it again under this live so you guys have it. But it does have like that rusty can look on the sides or whatever. And then of course I have to put some little filigree and stuff for my little French style. 78 in Vegas. And we're gonna go ahead and add that there. And you do want to make sure you got your little piece. Let's see how it does with that. Now I'm gonna do, and I like to use this paper because I could stick this on anything I want, and I can do whatever fabric I want, so it's not a certain fabric I have to use. I could put it on anything, so it's just this little paper, plasticky. It's kind of like a plasticky film, you guys. We're gonna go ahead and line this up here. Well, I like this section here, so I'm just gonna do that. And it might just stick with all that stuff in it, but we have to heat it up because that's the rules of the game. Sunshine here in the 50s. Good morning, Sandra. How are you? In the 90s? You know what? It was kind of humid the other day here. 80 in Riverside. I think we're probably going to be around there, Cynthia, because we're just, you're farther from me, but you're not as far as across the state lines and stuff. So I think we're probably going to be around there. I'm waiting for my thing to get hot. I'm going to go ahead and put my parchment paper over this, and then we're just going to iron that into the fabric. 71 in South Georgia. Cloudy, light sprinkling. Okay. I know, Lynn, you get really hot, but are your seasons like similar to where, this is just wet so it doesn't stick to the paper. Are your seasons, Lynn, in Vegas similar, or do like they off? You know what I mean? Like, what's the best time to go to Vegas where it's not too hot and it's not too cold? Like, or does it even get cold? Because I know the nights get cold, right? There used to be a lady I watched on YouTube that used to go thrifting over there. Alrighty. I'll go ahead and iron a little bit more on this bottom here. You guys, it smells so wonderful. It smells so delicious. And you can come back in, and there it is. And you see how it's in those ridges too? And I'm gonna let this cool for a little bit, and then we'll go over it one last time. Hello, Linda. How are you? Morning from Oregon. Melody's watching. Thank you for all my silent watchers up there too. I know you're up there watching. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. All right, you guys. So this is what our tin looks like. What do you guys think so far? And that's just the muslin fabric. You can make it as dark and as dingy as you want. If you have seen Andrea's lately, she's been doing some very, very grubbiness. So you guys, so much range of how much your grubbiness can take you. So just play around with that until you like the look of whatever it is you're doing. Okay, so we're gonna set this aside for a little bit. Then we have our carrots. Oh, I'm trying to block the... Actually, I was gonna go over this. You wanna let it cool a little bit and then go over it one more time and then you're good to go. Let's fold this because now it's all sticky. Oh wait, we went this way. And then we'll go ahead and turn off our iron. So remember, this is just a sublimation paper. Use it wherever you want. I even used it on some canvas. Used it on some wood. Turning off my iron. Okay. Love it. Alrighty. It's gonna have to go in the trash. Okay, so let me go ahead and turn on my heat tool. Now, these are just the carrots. I think they're at the Dollar Tree, right, you guys? They're 4 pieces of carrots, and we're going to probably use 3. But like always, I do not like this piece here. So what I'm going to do with this carrots, though, is we're going to come in with our grubby mix. And you guys, I ordered the refill from Andre, and I know I can make it, but I want the jar to go with the grubbiness. So we're gonna go ahead and kind of put this on the carrots here. Because it's too bright. And you kind of want this, look, see that gooiness? That's what kind of you want. Guys, I'm getting into the grub. I don't know what's happening to me. But we gotta put the French country vibe on it. You don't really have to worry about the bottom too much because that's what's gonna be in our container. But look, see how it changes the color? It just looks so much better. So let's go ahead and do the note. And I'm just gonna do 3. Because I think 4 is just going to look weird. What did they say? Work in 3s? And my camera keeps falling, but it's all right because you guys get a better look at this anyway. Okay, sorry y'all, I'm not answering or saying hello. Okay, we got you, gal. Hello, Kim, how are you, my little snow angel? Sublimation paper, you love the rustic vibe. Thank you, Valerie. Valerie at Pick It Up Crafts, welcome in. The sublimation paper I'll put under the live too. I know I have it linked, but I get it off of Amazon and it's called t-shirt paper. And I get the one for the laser jet because that's what I have, but you can get the one that's for your inkjet if you have an inkjet. But I just like it because I don't need to print on a paper or a fabric. I can just iron that on and I can use it on any fabric. Unless you like the look of, you want it printed, you know, on your fabric. And of course, when I make my aprons, I use it as well. And, you know, I can't just use it for one thing because Okay, we got our carrots going on here. And I just like it, the look of them, a little bit more dingy. And then we're gonna give them a little dry, but not too much because we don't want it to, burn the little fibers and stuff. You're good? Good to hear, Kim. And look, it looks so much better than the bright orange too. I'm not going to dry it too much right now, but as we work, it should dry. And then I'm going to go ahead and take off these. And then I'm just going to get my scissors and punch a hole bigger in here. Okay. And I got this greenery here, which I think just looks like a carrot top, that we are going to put in our piece. And you can add more than one. Let's add 2. Okay, and then I'm just, my water. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and get my hot glue gun and stuff some glue in there. Oh, what happened? It melted the... Let me twist that a little bit. Okay, so there's our carrot. Doesn't it look so much better, you guys? Just changing out that greenery. Yeah, you can even put the little strings. They do look dirty when they come out of the dirt. Hello, Stoner. Stoner Creek Creations, how are you? Patricia is watching. Let me see if I missed anybody. All right. If I miss anybody, I do apologize. So there's our one carrot. I'm going to go ahead and do this to the second one. And then we have one more to go, you guys. So how many of you guys, these jars, these kind of crafts has been around for a while. How many of you guys have tried, oh, I just broke the carrot. We're not going to worry about that because it's going to go in the dirt. Let's go ahead and like cut that off. Yeah, don't be so rough as me. They do look cute with the... See, and if you break your carrot, we're probably not going to use the whole carrot anyway. Party fell, crafter fell. So if you're rough like me, that might happen to you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do this last one. Add another little piece. And this greenery that I am using, you guys, is from Hobby Lobby. It's in their garland section. Well, I bought it a while ago, so I'm hoping they still have it because I do want some more because I love it. Hello, Julie Ann. How's Julie today? It's in the garland section, so I hope they have it because I really like to use it. It's just that wispy kind of, it almost looks like an herb, like a parsley or something like that. Do you guys see that on the top? Like it looks kind of like an herb. I don't think this kind of stayed in there the way it needs to, so. Go ahead and hold this one because I'm not sure if it stayed the way it needed to. Hey, Susan. How's Susan? All right, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and bring back our tin. If you missed the beginning, this is what we did. We used a sublimation print. We used some muslin, coffee stained muslin, and then we even grubbied it up even more with some more coffee crystals. This is the one, Folgers coffee crystals. All right. Donna, hello. I think I said hello to you. Alrighty, you guys. So now I need some paper. Let me go grab some paper. I didn't even think about that. And I just like to use my packing paper. We're just going to stuff that in. And the next one, I'm just going to kind of groove and make like the circle so that the carrots could sit in the center. I'm going to get some of our moss too. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and glue these into that plastic. We're gonna put the one that broke in the front, which worked out perfectly, you guys, because it's a shorter little carrot. What do you guys think? Just gonna glue that in there. I guess I should have. So there is our little carrots. Now I'm gonna come in with some moss. You can also come in with some your used up coffee grounds, and you can glue that in the top, and that'll look like dirt. But what do you guys think? Should I use the coffee grounds, or you guys like the green of the moss? Because we can also do the coffee grounds. So I think I'm gonna add a little bit of the green. And then maybe I'll go grab those coffee grounds I have sitting in my coffee maker. Valerie is watching. Oh, perfect. Yep, can't tell it's broken. Nope, you can't, right, Camp? You never know what's going to happen here because I can't. A little hard, a little of both. I agree. I think it needs a little of both. But I do want to come in and add the barrier of the green here. And then we'll come in with our coffee grounds. I'm going to go get those, and we are going to give them a little dry as well. Okay, so these are my coffee grounds from this morning, and this is perfect dirt, you guys. I've used it. Let's go ahead and use this little thing so we can dry it. You don't want them wet, you want them dried out. But you guys see how it looks like dirt? You're still here? I know sometimes it comes up, it says so-and-so's watching, Vicky's watching, It just does some weird things sometimes. So I just want to make sure that, you know, I'm saying hi if you're in here. But yeah. All right, so here's our dirt. And the cardboard, I want it to kind of absorb that too, but I want it to dry some more. So when you guys save your coffee grounds, especially when you're making something that you need dirt, and you can just mix this up with some Mod Podge too and cake it on the top, and it'll just keep it all together in its place, and it just will like give you that coat dirt like look that you want. So then what I'm gonna do is I have my little thing here of Mod Podge. I'm gonna go ahead and mix that in with my Mod Podge. And when this dries, you know, it's gonna be, look you guys, I'm playing with mud, I'm making mud pies. It's gonna be nice and cool. And I'm just gonna stuff that in there. I'm gonna make some dirt. I'm gonna let this thoroughly dry. And once it dries, it will dry clear. That'll help stick it to the piece. Oh God, it is messy though, you guys. You guys like to make a mess like me? I think I was one of those kids that, you know, you played mud pies, you used to make where's my wipey? You used to make pancakes and stuff like that with the mud. I like the idea of coffee grounds because I have, oh, you have a reaction to moss. Yeah, you don't have to put the moss in there. And they're supposed to be in dirt anyway, you guys. Oh no, everything's sticking to my tin. All right, so this is what we got so far. Let me go ahead and move this mess I got going on here. Can't throw that moss. All right, a little bit cleaner. We can go ahead and dump the rest of this on the floor. And if you have a bottle squirt of stuff, you can go ahead and put some more Mod Podge on top of that. Oh, my little leaf. Okay, so I'm not going to seal the Mod Podge over it yet, but what you're going to do after you let this sit overnight to really dry, you want to make sure those grounds are really dry. You're going to get your Mod Podge and you're going to layer all over the ground so everything sticks together. All right, you guys, I think we're going to come in with a little bow over here in the corner. And then we'll see. You can even come in with like a little wire handle if you have one. Do I have one? Do I have one? No, I don't. But let's go ahead and come in with a little bow. Oh my God, you guys, messy. It's a messy day. And of course, you want to let all the Mod Podge and the stickiness set too, because that is, that's going to take time to dry. So the other thing is, I like to soften things up. I'm a lace girl. I'm a cottage vibe girl. So even though I like the vintage the Rusty Crusty, I like to add that vintage flare or that little cottage flare to it. So I think we're gonna come around with this on the top and then make our little bow. What do you guys think? There might be a little bit too much going on there. Let me see. I am gonna add the thing, but I don't want all this extra on the bottom. I'm just gonna trim this up. What do you guys think of the softness? Kind of wanted a little grubby too, so we'll probably come in and grubby it a little bit. So I think this might go around. So I'm gonna add the little lace piece on top of the edge. And if you guys don't want it, if you guys don't want that little lace piece on the top, you don't have to add it. And I'm not gonna leave it so stark white. I'm gonna come in and add a little coffee grunge to that too. So we're gonna just kind of thin that out a little bit. Yeah, I think it was too wide, but you know, this is all personal preference when you come to the decorating and staging part. So you guys, in the end, do your style and what you like for you. And I thought I had a little bunny or something to add. So that little cottage vamp there. And of course the little bow. So we're gonna use this in our bow. And let's go ahead and use our leftover here too. We can use this. I am gonna coffee stain that, you guys, so it's gonna be a little, it's gonna look a little different when it's done. And let's bring in a little bit of that primitive vibe too with some, maybe some Jubilee fabric a little bit on that back. Let's see what I got. I think like a brown color would work. Here's a little scrappy do. I'm gonna go ahead and I like to mix lace with this Jubilee fabric. I'm gonna go ahead and come in with the piece in the front and then a piece like in the back. You think everything you do is amazing. Well, thank you. Put one back there. And then now I just need a string to tie it. So let's go ahead. Might as well just use a little piece of this. Save your little scraps because you're going to make another little bow sometime. So there's our little shabby little bow, and I don't want it really long, so let's go ahead and trim that. I'm going to put that on the corner there. But let's go ahead and grubby up some of this stuff because it's a little too bright for the... But if you like that brightness, you guys leave it. I'm just gonna add a little bit here and there, because I do want some of that white showing, but I don't want it so bright in your face compared to the can. We'll go ahead and add some of that. You guys see that, how it blends a little bit better? And then we'll go ahead and do our little piece here. We'll dry that. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this to the corner here. What do you guys think about the corner? Does that look okay? Is the bow too big, too small? We'll just trim it as we feel, if we need to. It's still kind of wet, but it's all right. They will dry. And we just come in and trim because, you know, we want all the little label to show and all that good stuff. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and finish it off with a button. We don't need a tag because this is kind of like our tag, but we do want a little button of some sort. All I need is one button, you guys. Oh. You guys know I'm in love with these little pearls. But, oh, well, I gotta go find my buttons. I thought I ordered buttons too. Coffee grounds. Oh yeah, these are used coffee grounds. We're gonna let them thoroughly dry, Patty, and then I'm gonna come in and just soak it up with some Mod Podge after. But you wanna make sure those coffee grounds are dry. Don't have a button. Do you guys think a rusty bell is too weird? Or will that go? I don't have a button to finish it off. I think I'm just gonna put the bell. I think it'll be fine. You could even flatten it and make it look like a button. You're welcome. Yeah, coffee grounds is great for dirt, you guys. Use coffee grounds. I think it looks fine with the little bell. It gives you a little rusty crusty. Okay, you guys. There is our little piece. I almost think I want to add like a little sprig, so it looks like there's another like carrot coming out right here, out of the dirt. So it looks a little bit empty in the front. Does it have to be used coffee grounds? Can you just use, yeah, you can use regular coffee grounds. And just mix it with Mod Podge and you can make a little paste. I just used coffee grounds because, you know, what are you gonna do with them after they're already been through the thing? So I put a little sprig there, and I'm gonna add another one over here, and then I think this is done. The dishes are done. Remember, after you do this, whatever coffee grounds you decide to use not used you want to make sure you go over with that Mod Podge so everything stays. So I will go, that's the last thing I will do. I will go ahead and go over with some Mod Podge. But I think this is our finished look, you guys. Look how cute that came off. So save your tins, get your sublimation paper, get your muslin fabric, and get to crafting, you guys. Look how cute that is. I'm going to go ahead and put this one in the boutique once it's all set, but I'd probably make some more of these if I can find the tins for our live sale coming up. So we'll see. I don't know. Might or might not. Oh, let me see. Love it. Thank you, guys. Adorable. Can you share the label? Yeah, Helen, I will go ahead and put these labels on the bottom of the post that I'm going to do when I share this. That way you guys can use these labels too if you're interested in using those. We use coffee grounds for compost. Oh, but yeah, I think it came out super cute. All right, you guys, that is my live today. Wish me luck going thrifting because that is going to happen. For anybody who shopped with me last night on my page, my impromptu sale, all invoices are out. So make sure you check that invoices. Whoever's paid, your packages will probably go out today. Whoever's already paid and I got your package packed, that will go ahead and head out on my way to the thrift store. But other than that, you guys, you enjoy the rest of your week. I won't be back again until Monday. So join me then, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Go get your carrots on, everybody. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Don't forget to join Andrea later today for her auction at 1 Eastern. So that's 1. I'm not going to do the math. I'm just brain farts over. But 1 o'clock Eastern, you guys head on over to Andrea, the cutest little thing, for her auction. Bye, everybody.